Hello everyone. I'm back. My literal 2 subscribers. I'm gonna be talking about something I really wanted to talk about, and also like some other topics that I felt like talking about, but mainly this. So as you can see in the title, it's named Art Thievery and also like commentary, community stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about stuff like that, and I hope you like it. So art thieves have literally been around for forever, and I know we all remember that time in like 2016 where there was literal channels that were devoted to going on DeviantArt and exposing art thieves and tracers, like Deviant Cringe, he did that. There were so many channels and stuff like that. But today I'm gonna be like giving my opinions on those things, and I don't know if they're unpopular opinions, I don't know. But hey, I'm just going to give my opinions on those things. And a little bit before that, I'm gonna be talking about just cancellation in general. I don't know how else to word this, but I'm gonna be talking about that. And that's about it. That's the agenda for today. So back in 2016, there was like an era of just like exposing people for sometimes good reason, but sometimes really stupid reasons. Like we all know like Leafy, Keemstar still kind of does it, but like you know what I mean. So the 2016 era, I don't want us to forget this, but are you guys aware that most of the people that were being exposed for, you know, tracing or copying art were literal children? So my personal opinion is this: tracing is bad. I mean, well, tracing is good. It is good when you're using it to learn, and I don't think you should post it online, but if you do post it online, you should always give credit to the original artist. But I mean, not tracing, but thievery, like taking people's art, right? Especially on DeviantArt, all those people are children. I don't think we should, you know, go on our public social media, us being older than those people, go on our public social media and expose them. And here's why. When I was like younger, I wasn't very confident in my drawing ability. Still right now, I'm not even that confident, and like I can see why children, actual children, would trace or steal art, or, you know, thieves. Like I see why people would do that, because, you know, you want to feel better about your art, you want to look like this person's artist, you want to look like this person's, or you want to have a very similar art style or that person's art style, and you just don't have the capability to do it yet. So I kind of understand it, because me personally, I'm still not very confident in my art ability, but I can look back on, you know, 10-year-old me and be like, yeah, I understand why you would do something like that. But I think if we take that into consideration, it might go off smoother, but they're children. If you ask them nicely to take the art down or to credit them, most likely they are. I just think it's kind of weird how people that are older than them are going on their public Instagram account or even their public account and exposing literal children. Now, I'm not telling you not to do this, because you do you. I cannot make decisions for you, nor will I ever try to, but I just think that it's kind of petty to some extent. I don't know if I'm wrong for saying this. Just kind of consider it like both parties being really petty. Like let's set up a situation. If it's a literal adult that is older than a child, and the child steals art or even claims that art is theirs, or I don't know, traces, I don't think, it's just kind of is weird to me for a grown adult to go on their public Twitter or Instagram, whatever you have, to put them on blast. Now, I do understand artists do not like having their art stolen. Thankfully, I have never had my art stolen, but I just think maybe if we handle some of these situations with more grace, it might be a little bit better. Because the art community at the moment, the art community at the moment. The art community at the moment is very scary. I'm gonna say this because we are all aware of the drama that is going on, and like, as I said, this video is gonna have like commentary stuff in it. We know the commentary channel, 𝚝𝚘𝚕𝚔𝚘𝚝, you know that. There's drama literally going on that is spiraling off the back of Peaches of how he could have possibly mishandled the situation. I don't know how art drama has gotten to the point that it's affecting the communities around us. That to me is the funniest thing ever. Like, that is really funny to me. But, you know, thinking about art community drama, I think the art community has gotten better. 𝚝𝚘𝚎 has said that before. The art community has gotten a little better, but not completely. It's not there. It's not as bad, but it still is terrible. And it's kind of funny because the type of drama this community really like spirals out of control is like tracing. She's a bad person. He said this. He did this. There's a lot of grooming situations in the art community, which is, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it irks me. I'm like, how does this manage to happen? But I think it's really funny how the community has some adults in it, but also has a lot of teenagers and children. And I just think children in the art community, or children in any community for that matter, even the 𝚝𝚘𝚎 community, most of the dramas are really emotionally charged. Like the drama that just happened, like Peaches, that was a really emotionally charged situation because a lot of people were coming out about certain things that she had said or did to make them feel absolutely terrible. What else? This is not even a art community thing, but you know, the Pyro situation, the Carson situation that is currently, I think it's still going on. Those situations are so emotionally charged. Not because most of the community is like, well, a lot of the commentary community, I will say confidently, is teenagers, but there is some adults there. But I see how a lot of those arguments and stuff are very emotionally charged, especially when I look back at the Peaches situation, the Toby situation. A lot of the things were said with the point of hurting people's feelings. Like, one thing I don't understand is why Just a Robot had put fuchsia butters in his video if that person was friends with Toby. It showed what side he was on. I mean, like, if you want to take a neutral stance, sure, get friends with people and whatever, but I don't know. I just think this community is very emotionally charged, and I think if we handle art thievery situations with more grace and try to think before we try to expose everybody on our public social media and lose our mind collectively, we should think a little bit before we do it. We should think more with our mind than our hearts. That's what I'll say on that subject. One thing I do think is important to mention is that if this person, like, children can do things on purpose just to like troll people, or they want your feelings to be hurt. So if they're doing it on purpose to hurt your feelings, yeah, call them out. I don't care. Like, go do it. Maybe ask them nicely first, and if they don't respond or they're responding in a rude manner, go ahead, go ham on them. Don't go too ham because they are children, but do what you need to do. But also on top of that, if they're making a profit off of it, that's when you should like go on your public social media and be like, okay, this person right here is literally making a profit off of my stuff and not crediting me. Personal opinion is, even if they do credit you, they still shouldn't be stealing your artwork and trying to make a profit off of it, that's just bad. So if they're doing that, I'll say it like this. I suggest you go on your Instagram and Twitter and be like, yo, this is not me. Don't buy anything from this person because they are stealing my artwork. Please and thank you. That's what I want to say. I think that's fair to do something like that because they're making a profit. The money's not going to you. They didn't even ask you that. And like, some people that steal stuff are really bad at it. Like, there was just something that happened with a guy on Twitter who has stolen stuff from a creator, and the creator had gotten banned off of Twitter. Instead of Twitter taking action against the person who stole it, they took action against the person who actually made the art. And there are actually decent videos on that I'll put in a link or something in the description so that you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think it's valid if that person is making a profit off of what you've made and not crediting you at all and just acting like they made it. Sure, you have every right to call them out. I think that's valid. Lastly, I'm about to go back into the commentary community and talk about the pyro thing that's going on and the Carson thing that's going on. I'm gonna put mostly my opinion. I'm not gonna go over the situation, so it would be nice if you already knew what was going on. I'm gonna assume you do. But I just think I love the commentary community, don't get me wrong. I've really liked, I like listening to people talk about their opinions and stuff and certain things going on the internet. I like doing that while I'm drawing. The speed paint right now, I think I was listening to a commentary video. I was also listening to music while doing it, so yeah. What I want to say is, I don't want to discredit anything. I will just say that it's kind of funny how almost every other week, every other 7 days, someone did something maybe possibly illegal, like pedophilia, grooming, taking advantage of children or other people. I don't know why it's so, like, I don't know if you can hear me clapping. I have no idea why it's so hard for these people to come to understand that you can literally, these people can pull girls. That's what gets me though. Carson, that situation, okay, that one is different. But like, I mean, like, full, like, mini lad liking mini lads. I love that joke. But the point is, the man, if he really wanted to, could pull grown adults. Yet he chose to go after minors. And then, here's the catch, right? He would go on to say his mental health made him do it. What? Your mental health made you do it? Buddy, you could have oh, I don't know why people think that using the mental health card is gonna make it go down any better, because it never does. In the history of people using the mental health card, it never goes down well. And people continue to use it and act like it's gonna work the next time. It never does. I never get it with people doing that. And I don't know, it's like, it's really funny to me. But at the same time, why would you use the mental health card? You made yourself look even scummier. Like, Cosmodor, yeah, he was a animation person that reviewed animations and stuff. The man used the same thing. He used the he used the mental health card. To everyone listening, if you need to make an apology for something that you did relatively bad, the number one thing you never do when you're apologizing is use the mental health card. I don't see why it's so hard for people just to take accountability for doing stupid things. And hey, you were the one that decided to talk to a minor. Maybe you should suffer the consequences for doing something illegal. I don't know why people are like, But my mental health, my anxiety, my depression, buddy, I have that stuff too. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go talk to a minor or do something illegal. That's like, this, every time when I hear somebody use that excuse, this is what goes through my head. Basically, it's like you stole something, or you killed a man, you ran over a man, you ran over a guy because you were angry, right? So what you're gonna do when you get to the investigation room, you're just gonna be like, no, see, you can't charge me for this, and I'm gonna tell you why. The officer, why can't I charge you for something you did that was, illegal? And this is the excuse that I feel like these people are using. You can't charge me for doing this illegal action, officer, and here's why. I was really anxious. So now, if you continue to pressure me to answer your questions, or if you continue to paint me as a bad person, I will say my anxiety is getting higher, therefore you will be the bad person. Now, taking ourselves out of that mythical situation I just put us in, I'm not saying none of these people don't have these problems. What I'm saying is, you shouldn't be using that as you shouldn't be using that as a shield for the wrongdoing you've done. That's something you really should not be doing. There are so many other things you could be doing with your life. I don't know. Find a woman that you could talk to, man. An actual woman, like an adult. I know most of you people can pull women. Like, if Pyro really wanted to roleplay, like, I know we got another situation. Pyro is no longer guilty or something like that, and I like how people just let him off of the hook because basically that's the only thing I got, because they just did. I like how people did that, but I know Pyro could have found a chick to talk to that was his age. And the funny thing is, like, I don't understand. It confuses me, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Pedophiles are gonna be pedophiles, bro. If they wanna go and be creepy with kids, they're gonna do it. And then they're gonna have the surprise Pikachu face when they reap the repercussions of doing it. And to me, that is the funniest thing. Like, when someone does something that is arguably a very crummy thing to do on the internet, and then they tell everybody they did this crummy thing, and then they're surprised when people don't like them for doing that crummy thing. That's how I feel. You people openly told some of these people that were, like, they weren't even outed as pedophiles. They voluntarily told everyone that they were. And I kind of feel like that's kind of like, that's sad. That's really sad. But at the same time, good. You're taking accountability, but most of the time they're never really taking accountability. Instead, they're just, saying, hey, yo, I'm gonna put this out here. I like children. Anyways, there's a stream tonight. Like, that's how I feel. And yeah, at the moment, I just think that the art commentary community and the regular commentary community is on fire. At the moment, the regular commentary community, not as much, but the art community is completely on fire and has been on fire for like the last 3 months. So it's kind of amazing to come from like a viewer standpoint, because I haven't commented on most of this stuff because I didn't have a channel at the time. I had a channel but never posted. And I was like, man, I should make a video on this stuff. And I did on the Peaches one. I'm still pretty proud of that one. But besides that, yeah. I'm gonna start talking about the art now. So the art in the background right now is a speed paint of the band Water Parks. They have really good music. And so I decided to draw them. So a reminder is that on my Instagram, I post most of my speed paints. You're also gonna see stuff there that I don't normally speed paint and put it on my channel. So if you do wanna see more art by me, my Instagram tag is flashing on screen right now. Look at that. Wow. It's amazing. It will also be in the description because I like attention to some extent. Anywho's, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me rambling, and tell me if you drew something while listening to me rambling, because that would be an honor, a complete honor. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys do something nice, drink your water, listen to some music, do something you like, and I will be out of here. Goodbye.